So today we're going to look at 1-7, the extension. And what this means is in your book, it's chapter 1, section 7, but it's right after that. It's kind of a, oh, by the way, okay? We are looking at tables of functions and graphs of functions. So we've done a lot of tables. This looks at both of them, all right? So today will not go very long. We've done this before. Again, there's two words here. One of the words is relation and the other one is a function. And you can go, oh my gosh, Mrs. Medvick, what do you mean by that? A relation, think of it this way. How many relationships do you have with people? Okay, more than one actually. I got a relationship with your dad. You've got a relationship with your mom. You have a relationship with your friends. Could be a girlfriend or boyfriend. Could be a relationship with your dog, right? You have a relationship, right? Scratch your dog behind its ears. You know, you wouldn't go up to a friend and go, ooh, let me scratch behind your ears, right? Okay, so it's a relationship. A relation is like a relationship. There's lots of them. There's lots of different tables, lots of different graphs, just like there's a lot of different relationships in your life, okay? But there's only one special type of relationship that happens between you and your biological mother. It's a special relationship. So a function is a very special relationship. Not every table is a function. Not every graph is a function. So they have to be special, right? So let's take a look at this first table. Can you tell me whether or not this is a function, yes or no, and why? Yes, sir.
It is not a function because 4 repeats.
Very good, yes. So this is not a function, and the main idea is the x, which is your domain, is repeating. So you would actually write no, number 4 repeats in the domain. And again, domain is the same thing as your x. So that would be no. This is what you actually write in your homework. So make sure you write this down in your notes, because then you'll know what to write when you get to your assignments. Okay? Now let's take a look at this next relation, because this is another relation. Is this or is this not a function? Yes, sir.
It is because all the numbers in the domain are different.
Very good. Yeah, and I love your definition. So yes, none of the numbers repeat in the domain. You'll notice that the y's repeat. Do you see that? But I don't really care about the y's. All I care about is the x and the domain. And that's all you have to put. So today when you have your practice, this is what you look at. Does the domain, does the x repeat? Is it paired with more than one number? Okay, questions on that? All right, let's keep going then. Next slide. There's a way to tell if something is a function without a table too. So I can use a table like we just did, or I can use a graph. And when I use a graph, it's called the vertical line test. So if you're taking a test and I give you a table, I don't want you to graph it. I want you to tell me looking at the table. If I give you a graph, I don't want you to make a table to tell me whether it's a function. You should be able just to look at the graph. Okay, it saves time if you can see it just by looking at it. So this test is actually called the vertical line test. It's a special type of test. The vertical line test says that a vertical line can only touch one point at a time. So again, a vertical line is one that goes up and down. It looks like this. That's a vertical line. Side to side is the horizon, is the horizontal line. So what you do is you take a look at a vertical line. And if I draw a vertical line here, it only passes one dot. 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 You see that?
Yeah.
I only pass one dot at a time. So this is yes, it's a function, and it passes the vertical line test. And so when I'm looking at some of my students and I'm looking at their test, they'll say it passed the line test. I go, what line test are you talking about? Okay, you need to actually say it passes the vertical line test. All right. Let's go to this one. Again, I draw a vertical line. Okay, 1 point, 1 point, 2 points. See it? So I'm going to circle that, and you're actually going to circle it. And this would be no, doesn't pass the vertical line test. And I do capital VLT, and I get that. That's fine. This is what you do on your test. Like, there's actually a part on your test where you just say passes the vertical line test or doesn't pass the vertical line test. Circle where it doesn't, and you're done. It's that easy. I don't want you to make a table you don't need to. Don't waste your time on something like that. You should be able to tell it without. Any questions? Okay, that's it for today.